Hello, fellow mutants. Welcome back to another video. As I'm kind of messed up my intro, and I'm joined by my very awesome cat Nemo, because he wanted to be a co-host in this video. Can you say hi, Nemo? Can you say hi? I think this is his way of saying hi to you guys. But in this video, I'm going to talk about the Book of Boba, Episode 2. Now, most of this episode... Oh, and spoilers. This will contain spoilers. I stayed up until like 2 o'clock in the morning. Just so I can watch it, because Book of Boba, like, every show that Disney Plus airs, comes out at 2 o'clock in the morning for me. I don't know why. So I stay up late as hell just to watch them. And so this will contain spoilers. So this episode does contain mostly flashbacks. More flashbacks that we got in the last episode. But the little bit that was not a flashback, we see Boba Fett getting targeted. Well, I should rephrase that. The end of the last episode, we saw like Boba Fett getting targeted. Fennec Shen took one of those two assassins back to Boba alive. So this episode essentially picks up where the last one ends up. And we find out that the mayor is behind the attack. So Boba, Fennec, and the alien that tries to kill Boba, the Fennec captured. We go to the mayor's office, I guess you could say, and that one alien, the one Twi'lek says, "Oh, greetings and salutations. Unfortunately, the mayor couldn't come, but I was hoping that you have some offering for me, even though this was supposed to be for you." Yeah, that guy says, "Oh, the mayor is unavailable right now," and essentially, Boba just says, pretty much without saying words, "Fuck you, I'm going to see the mayor." And the mayor says, "Well, I didn't really have any assassins to hire to kill you, so I just killed them. There you go. You're welcome." And we do see the Hutts in here. We do see Jabba the Hutt's cousins in here, and they were saying that Tatooine pretty much is under Hutt rule. And Boba said, "I don't give a damn if this is under Hutt rule. I took the place of Jabba, hence this is under my rule. Fuck off, Hutts." He didn't say all that, but that's pretty much what he said. And so the Hutts essentially said, "Okay, enjoy this for now, cause you won't have this forever." And then they pretty much walk away. I would have loved, before I continue the episode, I would have loved to have seen Jabba's son. Cause he's a canon character. Jabba the Hutt does have a son. If you have not seen the Clone Wars movie, then you probably don't know what I'm talking about. And I think Jabba's son was also in an episode of the Clone Wars. But if you had not seen the Clone Wars movie, you probably wouldn't know what I'm talking about. And the whole plot of the Clone Wars movie was Jabba the Hutt's son got kidnapped. Anakin Skywalker, his apprentice, Ahsoka Tano, and Anakin's Jedi Master, Obi-Wan Kenobi, essentially teams up to find Jabba's son, which we find out that Count Dooku had something to do with it. But that's besides the point. The reason why I bring that up, like the Clone Wars movie and the plot, is it would have been cool to see Jabba's son instead of those two Hudsons. Especially since I think Dave Filoni is overseeing this. I know Jon Favreau is essentially doing this show, but I think Dave Filoni is overseeing it. I'm not so sure about the whole exact details per se, but it would have been great. It would have been great to have seen Jabba's son. Because I think this would have been the time to have that character return and try to take his place, his father's place. Now, that also begs the question, is Jabba's son still around? I think his name is Zero the Hutt? Or am I thinking of his uncle? Uncle Zero. That also had something to do with Jabba's son's disappearance. I don't know. But anyways, is Jabba's son? I'm gonna call him Stinky because that's why his nickname was in the Clone Wars movie. Is Stinky still around? Is he's still alive? In this time, did he die? What is he exactly doing right now? Because this, like I said, this will be the right time for Stinky to come back and retake his father's place if he did not do that already. This will be the perfect time. And maybe I'm jumping the gun here. Maybe we will see Stinky again in a future Boba episode. Trying to do that, but yeah, when I saw the Hutts, I just thought this would have been better for people like me who watched the Clone Wars movie to have seen Stinky in the place of the two Hutts. But that's just me. That's just my opinion. That would have been a nice callback. I mean, they did it in the last episode with young Boba, and then they essentially did it again here when young Boba was on Camino, and we see the Slave One, which yes, I called the Boba the Fett ship Slave One because I do not care what it's called now. It's called the Slave One, especially in the flashback. At the time, it was called Slave One, so hence I'm justified Disney before you just get my ass. The flashback, it was called Slave One. Fight me. Preferably don't. I'm gonna move on. So yeah, we essentially get like young Boba in here, and we got to see Daniel Logan's face. Like Daniel Logan is a kid who played Boba in the movie. So I'm guessing they did a little deep fake. Kind of like how they did with Leia in Rogue One and Rise of Skywalker and Tarkin in Rogue One. And then we get into like the flashback of the episode, which takes up like a good chunk of the episode. Which were with Boba, back with the Tusken Raiders, on Tatooine, of course. And we see Boba getting trained by these Tusken Raiders in the ways. That's why I was looking. Pretty much how to like fight, you know? But they didn't have a sword or a lightsaber. They had a stick. I just grabbed this to further my point. But anyways, they teach Boba how to fight, essentially. Like, or their style of fighting. And I have a feeling Boba will have this, like, use this style of fighting that the Tuskens taught him later on in the series or season. Because I think this is a foreshadowing moment. And then later on, we see this train going by. But it's not normal train. It's no train that you can just look at and smile. Which, fun fact, before I continue, I honestly live close to a train. Like, it's pretty much in my backyard. I live in car ride about 10 seconds, give or take, away from train tracks. And that's about 30 seconds for me on foot. 30, 40 seconds. 40 seconds on tops. Once I leave my house, 30, not even that, but, So, I have the option to see the train whenever I hear the bells, when the train goes past, to, observe it if I want to, practically any time for free. So when I saw this train going by at first, I was like, okay, this is cool. Kind of made me want to, when I hear the train going by now, in my backyard, to, look at it, just look at it as it goes by. At the moment, it wouldn't, you would think, oh, it's nothing special because you've been living by trains all your life, Phil, but, hey, I've never seen it fully going from start to finish, really, never really paid attention, so, yes, it will be special to me. Anyways, that's a little side story. I got sidetracked. Sorry. So, train goes by, but it's not sight to behold type thing. They start shooting, and the Tusken Raiders start shooting the Tusken Raiders. And when they leave, Boba says, I can hope you get rid of this train problem. You need to let me go for a few moments, but I will be back, I promise. And Boba goes to the train station where, we see two characters essentially getting, bullied by aliens. And these two characters are the characters, I'm guessing, the settings in Tashi Station. These two characters I've been hearing were, potentially Luke Skywalker's best friends. But, in a deleted scene that we never really got to see, because, again, it's a deleted scene. I would have loved to see those two characters in New Hope, but, yeah. But whether they are friends of, are friends of Luke Skywalker's or not, his childhood friends, I don't know. I guess there's still more episodes to come to see whether or not it comes to fruition or not. But, yeah, so we see two characters, two humans, getting bullied by aliens. Boba comes in and gives takes these aliens to school. And Boba comes back with 3 speeders. And Boba says, we don't need to scrap them, because we can use these to our advantage to stop the train. I can teach you guys how to ride these, so we can have a better chance of stopping that train that comes by that is clearly going to murder this entire camp if we don't do something about it. So essentially the Tusken Raiders agree. And so we see this little training montage. And then the train comes. And we get this pretty cool fight scene. And, of course, Boba and the Raiders are successful. And we see them taking the people that were targeting them as captives for a little bit. Boba says, now, who's the leader? The leader stands up, takes off his mask, and Boba says, now, I think it was Anchorhead is where Boba said, if you ride this specific way, you will go reach Anchorhead by like either nightfall or sunrise. And I'll even let you have water. Because you did make a point about you need water to survive. But you'll be able to make Anchorhead within days' time if you start now. And essentially they do. And then they do this little, like, Boba and this one Tusken Raider does this little dance. I'm going to get a little different one. So, yeah, and this is a Darksaber, don't trust me. Boba and this Tusken Raider does this little dance, you know? I'm kind of like, paraphrasing the dance a little bit, or kind of making my own traditional dance right here. This would be a TikTok dance, to be honest. I might actually make this as a TikTok dance. What do you guys think about it? I'm gonna stop before. Guess if I kept doing that, this video would go on for like an hour. You guys do not want to see me just doing this for a complete hour, you know. So I'll stop. But but on a serious note, they actually do this ritual dance. And then more Tusken Raiders comes in slowly. And then the entire camp that's around this campfire, because it's nighttime, joins in. And then that's the end of the episode. What I'm liking about the Book of Boba, and some people might not exactly enjoy this, but I do. I do find it interesting that they are in a way humanizing the Tusken Raiders. Because every single time I've seen the Tusken Raiders, they have been assholes. In A New Hope, they knocked Luke out. And they, of course, got scared away by Obi-Wan in A New Hope. Who else? Attack of the Clones. It was established that the Tusken Raiders came and took some prisoners. One of those prisoners was Shmi Skywalker, the mother of Anakin Skywalker. And essentially they were the reason why Shmi Skywalker died. And Anakin wanted this rampage of killing the entire camp. Which he later tells Padme in the movie, in Attack of the Clones. Which, that scene when Anakin's just slaughtering the Tusken Raiders. To be honest, George Lucas, could have been longer, because a tad bit longer for us to see, because it would have been nice of seeing Anakin kind of going to the dark side before Darth Vader a bit more in the movies. That's just me. But yeah, so like, this kind of shows that not every single Tusken Raider camp is like the ones that we saw in really like in the Attack of the Clones. Like, sure, they're assholes. The Tusken Raiders are assholes, and I'm not going to dispute that. But even though they might be assholes, there are at least some that are still having honor. That's just like the human race. There are people that are kind, nice, and there are people that are assholes. But even people who are assholes, there are some people in the asshole group that has honor. And I feel like this is, like, the Tusken Raiders fits into that category. Assholes that has honor, at least a little bit. At least the ones that we've seen in Book of Boba, which I'm really enjoying. And so far, like I said, I am enjoying the Book of Boba. I feel like this one definitely picked up a bit more than since the first episode. I'm hoping for episode 3. Not that I'm not enjoying the flashbacks, but I hope in episode 3, the next episode, next week, that we will get the episode where it'll be present time will take center stage besides flashback. Because I would love to see, okay, what is Boba doing now? What is he doing now to further his progression besides looking back for the most of the episode, or look like for most of the episode, or like half the episode? What is he doing before? I would like to see what he's doing now and keep pushing forward, because that's just me. And maybe, like I said, maybe like let's be real. I have a feeling that these Tusken Raiders will show up again, assuming that they don't die in these flashbacks. If they don't die in these flashbacks, they will show up again in present time. But like I said, I would just like to see an episode of Book of Boba where present time takes more of a center stage, flashbacks takes more of a back seat, kind of like a reversal of how this episode was. But that's just me. I'm enjoying Book of Boba. Is, like I said, it's a pretty good show. I do suggest, especially when this series is over, guess then you guys will be able to binge watch this and not having to wait like week by week. If you guys are on the fence about the show, I do suggest that you giving the show a chance, because I do think that this show is pretty good. Like, of course it could be better, but I think it's pretty good and it deserves at least one watch through. So that's just me. I'm enjoying the show, and mentally, like I said in the last episode, I'm mostly watching this because I did meet a actor who played Boba. It was Daniel Logan, and I'll actually save that story of how I met Daniel Logan in real life, by the way, in a future video. Because why not? But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know how you guys feel about the Book of Boba episode 2. Do you guys like it, dislike it, or anything about it? Let me know in the comment section down below. As this little boy right here is getting his beauty sleep. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Be kind to one another. Love you all. Later, guys.